Let me save you guys years of your life right now, okay? If you're looking for a secret strategy or a perfect setup that never loses, close this video because that is not how trading works. Here's the uncomfortable truth, guys. Most of you are not losing because your strategy is bad. You're losing because you don't know when to trade, when not to trade, and how to manage your risk properly, okay? It's very fucking easy to go on videos and click on any strategy videos. You guys need to actually start using your brain when you're in the trade and not start tweaking over some stupid details. Okay, I've been trading for almost 7 years. I don't know the exact date. I'd like to say maybe a little more than 7 years even at this point. And I trade funded and live accounts and a swing account and a crypto account. And the only reason I'm still here is not because I'm some genius. Okay, it's because I built a framework that keeps me out of garbage days, keeps my losses small, and lets my winners do the heavy lifting. And this is not a copy my trades video. This is not a take this setup and get rich video. This is the exact decision process I use every single day between 9:30 and 11 a.m. New York time to decide if I trade, what direction I want, where I'm wrong, how much I'm allowed to lose. Just this week, I'm up 10R. Since last Friday, I'm up 17R. That means that I would need to lose 17 trades in a row for me to be back at my starting points from last Friday. And this is not because I win all the time, but because I almost never do stupid things anymore. If you're tired of strategy hopping, over trading, and just kind of feeling like you're always one step behind the market, right? This video might actually fix that for you. If you're a beginner looking for shortcuts, this video is probably going to hurt your feelings just a little bit. just enough for you to maybe wake up just a tad, okay? So, today I'm going to walk you guys through my actual day trading strategy, okay? Not a YouTube magic setup, not a holy grail. This is the framework that I use to decide when to trade, when not to trade, how much to risk, and how to manage my position, okay? And I want to be very, very fucking clear here, okay? This is not for complete beginners. If you don't understand basic market structure, liquidity, how futures or forex work, this is not your starting point. Also, I am not here to predict the market. I am not here guessing tops and bottoms, although it does happen. I'm here to react to what price is actually doing. Market is feeding you new data every second. You guys need to be able to see that data, analyze it, and comprehend what's going on, okay, as you're looking at the charts. That's whether you're not in a trade, thinking of a trade, sleeping, thinking of a trade, whatever it is you're fucking doing. I need you to be fucking analyzing and always keep your brain on the charts locked in. Do not do something else at the same time. Don't go fucking playing video games, watching videos, watching a movie while you're trading. I used to do that back like 5, 6 years ago. Not worth the time wasted. Okay, just say that right now. Now, I am not predicting the market. I am reacting to it. Okay, I only trade between 9:30 and 11 a.m. Monday to Friday during the NY session. Okay, that's it. No revenge trading, no boredom trades, no random times of day, no, oh, I have nothing to do today, maybe I'll trade PM. No, I do not trade those sessions. Sometimes maybe I will, but it's very rare. And again, I'm good. Like, I'm profitable. I've been living off this shit for 4 years. I've been doing it for 7 years. If you're just starting out, pick a time, stick to it. All right. I only trade when these three things align. Okay. The location makes sense. The bias makes sense. And the price action confirms my thoughts. Okay. I believe that the market is a little algorithmic, maybe driven by liquidity mostly, and fractal. But instead of overcomplicating it, I simplify it into this. I trade trend, bias, draw liquidity, return to EQ or OTE using pure price action and market structure. I'm not hunting any patterns. I'm not thinking of ICT, this and that like a cult, right? Price will do this and I will trade this. Price will do this on any fucking time frame. If you're bullish, price will do this, and this is what I'm going to trade. And the goal is to enter here if you want to go long, and enter here if you want to go short. It's as simple as that. This is all trading is, okay? And I've been making a killing with simplifying it. Okay, now my whole goal in this space is to simplify trading. People with the ICT and the fucking this and that old draw, no, bro. Market structure is market structure. Shut the fuck up and like just trade, bro. It's pretty fucking easy. All right, so here is my exact routine, okay? Every trading day. I get on the charts at 9:25, okay? First thing I do is a very quick check. I check the daily, I check the 4 hour. I'm not doing any deep analysis. I just want to know where we are on the bigger picture. Maybe we have some form of liquidity grab on a 4 hour. You know, I kind of just go like this is the speed to which I'll go. Like if this was the chart I'd be analyzing, I'd go, okay, we're ranging on the daily. We're kind of swept this. We're kind of moving back. Possible draw liquidity for coming days is here. 4 hour, we're a little overextended. Possible pullback could be possible here. Could go up then. We did just get the liquidity sweep, and a pullback could be worth it. So next 2 to 3 days, possibly move down, and then after move up. And it took me a minute, right? And now I'm like, okay, maybe today I could be looking for shorts, okay? Or maybe we'll see. But it's not 100%. Again, it's just we'll see, right? Then I go to the 15-minute and I identify the current range. I mark the EQ of that range, and once that's done, I define my bias. So let's say this was Friday, right? So Friday, actually, I'm not gonna take Friday because I didn't trade Friday. Let's say Thursday. Thursday I did trade. I took home almost 5 hour. Okay. So market open around here somewhere, whatever, right? What's the range here? Well, we have this bigger time frame range here, but more importantly, we have this range here from Asia low to London high. Now I'm just looking for a pullback to equilibrium or OTE. Now price never came back and pushed higher, so I dragged my shit higher. And as you can see, we get a perfect pullback to OT, and I'm pretty sure I entered there, and I took profit around somewhere here. Okay, so super simple. Again, on the 50-minute, I just determined where we are in the range. You guys don't even need to have OTE. You can just mark EQ. If you have your equilibrium and you mark your range, you want to only enter in premium if you want to go long, and only enter in discount if you want to go short. And right there, you have a buy low, sell high type of profile, which is what you want to have, right? When you're trying to day trade. Now, my bias is super simple. It's just what do I want price to do today? And more importantly, under what conditions will I actually take a trade? If price does not confirm my bias or my idea, I do nothing. Okay. So let's say I was looking at this same thing here, right? If my bias was for it to go lower and it just kept tripping higher, no trade, right? As simple as that. My bias is super simple. I want price to sweep these lows and back into OTE or equilibrium. If it never happened, no trade. Super simple. And this is just an uptrend, guys. Like this is just in the chart. It literally is just this. Just an uptrend right here. Boop, 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 boop. All right, simple as that. Market structure, guys. Again, don't go complicating it. Oh, but there's an ICT order block here and a fair value gap here. No, it's just market structure. It's just up. It's just going up. All right. Like that. Like don't overcomplicate it, especially if you can't comprehend it. Okay. If the market is unclear, I do not trade. If I am not confident, I do not trade. It's that simple. I have years of data, guys, and there's no point in polluting good statistics with low quality days. Okay, confidence is key. If I'm not confident in the idea, I'm not confident in managing the trade. If you're in the trade and you're scared and you're unsure of what's gonna happen, is because you don't have the data to back up your shit and you don't have the confidence to enter that trade. Once you get confident, you'll start to realize that you're not scared in a trade. You're just living your life. It's just like if you weren't in a trade, right? My trading is built around trend, bias, drawn liquidity, EQ or OTE, and then an ICT concept. Okay, but at the core is just price action and market structure. If it's not clean, I'm not in. It's as simple as that, right? And what I mean is that I trade, like I said, trend, draw, liquidity sweep, all that, right? And then the ICT concept is basically just how I enter the trade. So let's say we were to take the same trade, right, on Thursday. I put down the same thing. I put down the same thing, right? Now we came back here. Now, how do I enter this trade? How do I confirm my bias? Well, I could just drop down to the 1 minute. And as price is pulling back up around 9:30, which is here, right? You get a nice inverse fair value gap right here at 9:47. Enter on the retest, bang, stop loss below the low. Simple as that. Okay, trend. What's my trend? Bullish. My bias lower than higher. What's my drawn liquidity? These highs, whatever, right? And then my bias is lower than higher. How do I enter? Inverse fair value gap, bing bang boom. This is as simple as it gets. Okay. So I don't trade 10 different strategies. I trade one idea in different forms. Okay, liquidity is taken, price displaces, price returns to a PD array, and I look for continuation or reversal depending on the higher time frame context. Okay, everything else is just a different version of the same story. Now, obviously, you're looking at this, you think, oh, price just came back to OTE. Okay, but what now? Well, you could also overcomplicate the shit out of trading and just say, well, it's back in a 15-minute gap. Is it back in an hourly gap? Oh, would you look at that? There's also an hourly gap, also an hourly order block, and a 1 hour rejection block. No. Okay, you're back below equilibrium. That's enough. Don't start fucking overthink, because the thing is, people that don't understand is that if you overthink your entries, like, oh, there's a 15-minute gap here, 1 hour gap, daily gap, bing 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 bing, then when you're actually in the trade, you're going to start overthinking in the trade too. Oh, but there's also a 15-minute bearish gap here, and there's an hourly bearish gap here that we're currently sitting in, and and no, bro, just trade your market structure. Price is going higher, let it go higher, right? Like, does that make sense, or am I crazy? Well, I'm definitely not crazy. It's working. So yeah, basically, yeah, right. Price refers to some PD array, whether that's EQ or not, and I just look for continuation or reversal. And it's really as simple as that. My entry process is pretty strict, right? Higher time frame location must make sense. That's where it's at in EQ or whatever. Lower time frame liquidity must be taken. There must be strong displacement, creating that inverse value gap, that CISD, whatever you want, right? Price must return into my zone, which is my inverse value gap or my CISD area. And then that's just on the one minute. I just enter, and then from there it's just risk management, right? My style goes where the structure should not be broken. Again, if you trade market structure, right, you trade this, right, and you enter here, let's say, right, you manage to snipe an entry here, your stop loss can confidently go at this low here, right? Because that's where it's broken. That's where your market structure is now broken. Price, your stop loss should not be here because that's just too low. There's no point. RR is not good. You want to have good R, and it shouldn't be here somewhere trying to snipe the stop loss, because the truth is, price could reverse all the way down to here and your market structure is still fine. Okay. And another thing is that in your risk management, there's, like, let's say Friday, I always actually, I'll get into that later. It's a little too complicated. We'll get into the risk management now, and that's where my real edge kind of is, right? I have a fixed dollar risk per day. That number changes depending on whether I'm trading an eval, an XFA, or a live account, but there's always a daily risk maximum that I allow myself. Okay, I take that number that I've decided and I split it in two. Okay, so I can take 2 trades per day. If I'm super confident in the first trade, I can size up, I can enter again on the trade, so that's 2 trades in one, or slightly extend my stop because I've already accounted for that in my daily risk. That would mean I can only have 1 trade per day, but usually I can get 2. And after 1 winner, I'm out. Okay, so if I win the first trade, I'm out. If I lose the first trade, I can win the second one. Okay, on average, my winners are around 2 to 3 R. This week alone, I'm up 10 R again. Since last Friday, I'm up 17 R. I always partial at around 1 R and go break even at around 1 R. But I say 1 R because usually that's where it lands, but it's more where it makes sense structurally. Okay, so let's say again we take the same trade that we entered here after the 1 minute thingamajig. Okay, oh, that was Friday actually. That was the wrong day that I picked. This is the day that we wanted to see. Okay, well, that's awkward. So on this day, right, prices again, same thing, bro. Like, you get into your inverse, your what's it called, your thingamajig here, and then you get a bearish gap here, right? Inverse it, enter, stop at the low, the structural low, which is here. TP at the highs, double equal highs there, nice 3.48 R, right? And then I forgot my point while I was doing this. So, oh yeah, so I go break even around 1 R. Okay, so here looking at this trade, the break even that would make sense would be either once we break this high or this high here. Okay, so realistically, it would probably be when we break this high here. Okay, so this would be my break even, and this lands at around a 1-to-1 R again, right? A perfect almost 1-to-1 R. So here, break even, partial, and then let the rest run to TP, which it did not actually, but it was close. And obviously, you can take some more profits here, another contract or two off, and you can kind of manage your risk like that. I like to take contracts off as we go. So if I was in this trade, let's say I'm in 4 contracts, I would have taken one here, gone break even. I would have taken one here, gone break even. I would have taken one here, gone break even, or pushed my stop up higher a little bit, and then one here, but we never took it, so that one would have gone stopped at break even, right? So I would have taken 3 contracts of profit as we move up, because that's just how I do things. That's just how I like to do things. I take profits at significant highs and lows, and where I feel like the market could reverse, because obviously you don't want to get too greedy with it. Okay. Now, I always try to extend my TPs and my targets and cut my losers short. Okay, I do not close randomly. I do not micromanage. I do not let fear make decisions. Once I'm in the trade, the plan is already defined. You guys can go back and watch my trade recaps, and more often than not, let's say I'm in a trade, you guys will see me like go like this, my TP, and just kind of extend it and then trail my stop with it to try to catch as much as possible. And also, you guys might see me close this trade out early or something once my trade gets invalidated, right? Let's say we get like a big displacement candle to the downside and I'm in a long. Even if it didn't hit my stop loss, I might exit the trade and try to re-enter if we get maybe something good, right? So this is exactly how I handle kind of the whole day trading thing. Now, I've told you guys my strategy. It's super simple. I've told you guys how I manage my risk. I've told you guys basically everything there is to know about that, right? What goes through my head while I'm trading is simply before you enter a trade, you must always tell yourself, will I regret entering this trade after? And that's whether it hits SL or TP, but especially if it hits SL. If it hits SL and you're like, that was a fine trade, good. If it doesn't, or if it hits your SL and you have regrets, journal that shit, bro. You should always be journaling every single one of your trades. You should always be journaling everything that you do. And just like that, you will manage and or kind of start to understand what you do wrong, and your data will actually start making sense. Okay, now you guys should not be making the common mistakes of trading in the middle, over trading, have no bias, no session framework, no fixed risk, strategy hop, thinking entries are your edge. Entries are not your edge, by the way. Your risk management is your edge. You can enter anywhere and kind of have it make sense, but yeah, so you guys need to determine your strategy, your risk, how much you will really, everything related to the risk management aspect of it all. Not strategy hop. You guys need to make a strategy that's built for you. Everybody is different on this planet, okay? You cannot watch a YouTube video of a strategy, copy it word for word, bar for bar, and expect it to work. All right, you need to tweak some little things for it to adapt it to yourself. Everybody's different. Everybody reacts differently. Everybody needs something a little bit different. Okay, if you guys do want to trade live with me, I do have a free Discord, links in the bio. If you guys have any questions, please drop a comment. I might make another video on this, maybe like a part 2, go into a little bit more detail. We'll see how many views this video gets here, because I do want to see if people are interested in videos like that. If you guys like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.